Thank you for tuning in to our first episode of season 1. I'm really excited. Tonight we have some very interesting questions and scenarios that we're going to discuss. So I hope that you're ready. I hope that you have your glass of wine. And right now I'm going to introduce my first guest, Elon James. How are you this evening?
I'm wonderful.
You're wonderful. Are you ready? That's the real question.
Always ready, always wonderful.
Awesome. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself before we get started?
My name is Elon James. I am married. I have a blended family of 8 children, and I'm a human resources executive.
Nice. How long have you been doing that?
I've been in HR for 18 years. Seems like a long time.
I know. I understand. All right. Did you have to work today?
I did. I came home, ate, drinking champagne, and I'm ready.
All right. Okay. I'm ready too. I had to get myself together. I worked today and I worked with you, so I had to regroup and get myself together. But anyway, okay. So do you know how this works?
Nope, not at all, but I'm pretty sure you're going to tell me.
I am. Okay, so the rules are as follows. You are expected to be honest and candid, okay? And you have a choice. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give everyone a choice. Oh, it looks like Dawn B has checked in. Hold on, let me introduce her 1 second. Dawn, are you there?
Oh my God. I'm in the bunker in Yellow Springs, Ohio.
Oh, that's nice. So you're not in Chicago? Are you camping?
I'm not. So this look like I'm getting my lighting together. I am at Dave Chappelle's summer camping. Yeah.
Oh. Okay, well that's nice. Okay. Well, I was just getting ready to explain the rules.
Dave Chappelle, a few days. Hold on. Nice.
Do you need a minute?
Listening. I don't. Okay. What's up? Can you see me or not hear me?
I can see your forehead and your nose.
Hear me well?
Not really.
Hold up. I am so sorry, Aisha Isreal. Welcome back to the this is like premiere. This is the premiere, right?
It is.
When's the last time we're on what I saw Candid Conversations?
Yeah, well, this is season 2. It's the premiere of season 2.
When did it end? May, March, pandemic? I don't know.
Yeah, it ended in June, I think.
Welcome back. Hi.
Okay. How are you? You said my name right. You get extra points.
Oh, all right. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, so here are the rules, ladies. So as you know, you get the choice to take a scenario, a question, and normally it's a statement, but this time I snatched some memes off of social media. So you can get a scenario, a question, or a meme, and then you respond candidly. All right?
Got it.
All right. So first up, Elon, what do you want first?
A meme.
A meme. Okay, then. I wasn't expecting that. All right.
The last thing I heard you say.
Oh, okay. All right. That's funny. All right, here we go. Can you see it?
Not really.
Oh, okay. Let me blow it up. How's that?
Okay.
All right. So this is a picture of Marcus Houston. And the caption that somebody put with this was 39-year-old Marcus Houston recently married his 19-year-old bride. How would you feel if you were her mom?
I would think she's a damn fool. And I would have no problem telling her I think she's a damn fool.
Okay. And why? Why would you think?
Part of it would be like what you like at 19 is not going to be what you like at 29, is not going to be what you like at 39. She hasn't even figured out life as a girl, let alone a young lady or that of a woman to be somebody's spouse. So it feels good. You got the money, you got the comforts. Your mama probably signed off and said, hurry up, go ahead and get married. But the reality of she's not ready mentally, spiritually, a whole lot.
Right. Well, I agree with you in the sense of, you know, what you want at 19 is not what you want at 29, and so on and so on. It does take time, and we go through stages in life over time. So I do agree with that. I know one conversation that I had, it was mainly about the fact that he's almost 40. And so we're just trying to conceptualize you wanting a 19-year-old. Now she's beautiful. So I can see understand a physical, but in my mind, especially because my son will be 21 in a little less than 2 weeks, I don't see being able to date somebody in his age range. It's a kid to me. I know he's a grown person, but based on what I've been through in life and you know what I mean? It's a kid.
And I think part of it is because he's an entertainer. He's probably missed out on a lot of his childhood anyway. So he may not be 39 mature either. But as the parent, I would not approve. Right. Not that that's going to change them from deciding to go forward, but she would not have my blessings.
Right. I totally agree. I'm not sure if Don wants to jump in. So, okay, we're going to let Don come back to that in a second. All right. So, since it's my turn, I'm going to choose a question.
All righty.
All right. So let me get.
I think I'm back.
Oh, that's John's. Okay. John. Okay. So before I move on, I was going to take a question, but before I move on, did you hear that one?
I just heard a young man, an old man. Somebody was dumb. What happened? Somebody married a young girl.
Okay, so
and was she ready? Did she come with a dowry? Did she lose her virginity? What happened?
You heard a lot that we didn't say. Okay, so right. So no, Marcus Houston, actor Marcus Houston. It says 39-year-old entertainer Marcus Houston recently married his
the bad boy.
The who? What'd you call him?
The wrong shit. The bad boy. Batman. That's his name.
Yes. I see. From the group
from immature. That's why he married a young bitch. He's still immature.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So
it's fine.
And in my head, I still see him on Sister Sister. So
oh my God, he's a toddler on Sister Sister. So it's fine. Marry a 19-year-old. He's still 6.
So anyway, what's your opinion about that? Do you think that if that was your daughter, what would be your response to that, or how would you feel?
That she married a 39-year-old man?
Right.
Well,
I don't. So here's the thing. I know that he's 39, but I think it's more than that. He's a 39-year-old man. It's 39-year-old Marcus Houston. So he's a well-known person. He's a celebrity.
Sure.
So sometimes moms are like, go for it.
Oh no, I think the whole thing of it is she's 19 now.
Right.
How long have they been dating? Like, was it like love at first sight, and a week later they got married and she was 19, or did he meet her at 18?
They've been dating a couple of years.
Oh, well, okay. This changes everything.
I agree.
Because that means she was 17.
Good man.
Wrong.
At 17, I had a 23-year-old boyfriend that worked for Chicago Housing Authority. Hank, what up? Rest in peace. He died.
Oh my God.
But he used to pick me up on that low rider, and we used to listen to Teddy Riley, Rump Shaker. And I was good to go.
23 is a big difference.
It wasn't much of a rump, but
39.
Hey, you're right. I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me tell you, I got this ring. Don't make me move, because my hot spot literally only works in this hot spot. Wait, hold on. Let me put my chair. Hold on. Ooh.
Okay, so now she also, I don't have all of the facts, but the information was given to me that she has been on her own since she was about 17. So
yeah, that's when he moved her into her own little house on the prairie. Yeah, that's fine. I don't care. Do you, boo? But think and look and learn, and make sure the prenup that you signed is benefit to you, or won't leave you out there like fucked up, like as a real 19-year-old. Like,
right. Well, I
You
will.
leveled up.
Well,
Mhm.
they made the decision to get married, and I think that marriage is admirable. So I'm just gonna hope for the best. I mean, a lot of
Word.
I'm just saying a lot of things look like one thing from the outside, but we really don't know. But I just know if that were my child, I would have a lot to say, and it wouldn't be positive,
How do
probably.
you know? You don't. Come on, sis. Come on. My 19-year-old daughter, which I don't have, I have a 74-year-old boys. But at 39, if they came to me and said, I'm about to marry a 19-year-old, I'd be like, why?
Yeah, no.
Are you sponsoring her? Like, and
Are you
but do
trying to
you?
get her in the
I
country?
imagine myself saying this. Do you love her? Because at 39, he knows love.
True.
Okay. And if he felt
You
like that
hope.
19-year-old is doing the right things because of how I trained him, damn. Then again, I'm still talking about my son's 19-year-old girl.
Well, that's how you have to think. I mean, you have to relate it to your life and how you would feel. Oh, she must have moved out of her hot spot.
Oh, there she is.
Someone called.
Oh, okay. All right. So we are all on the same page in that we probably would not support that.
No,
Right?
no.
You do support it. I'm confused.
She's ignoring the call again.
Okay, so I'm gonna go on. I'm sure she'll be able to chime in on the next thing. So I said I was gonna pick a question. I'm going to be brave. Let me get my question up here. I hear somebody talking.
It's probably my TV downstairs. They're watching football. It's Monday.
Oh, okay. 'Cause I'm like, I have my crew sitting right here, and they're extra quiet. So
Yeah, not my household. Not on football Monday.
okay. I don't want you to see all of that. All right. So my question is, if a man does not like your kids, but you
Hey,
really,
Mickey,
can
do
you
you see Steven? Will you tell him to come here, please?
I don't think she knows that she's on. Don.
I don't give a please.
Okay. All right. If a man does not like your kids, but you really like him, do you still date him?
Yes.
You say yes.
Oh, you. This is not my question. That's your question. Sorry.
If a man does not
Yeah, you tripping. Good, you tripping. That's what happened.
you, Don. Okay. So I would say no. Why would I
Oh,
date somebody they don't like my kid?
maybe you got some badass kids. I mean, like the reality is, if we pick our partners based on whether they like our kids and our kids like them, it'd be a whole bunch of damn
It'd be a whole bunch of what?
single people in the world.
So here's my thought on that. I well,
think it takes time. I think because it's a different relationship, it takes time to build that relationship or even like.
well,
You like him or her because it's more than kids don't get all the whole package. They keep surface until they build a relationship.
yeah, but so here's the thing. I like my kids. I like spending time with my kids. And so if you come in not liking my kids, what are you gonna do? I
So
mean,
you do got the badass kids though. Like in reality, if your kid's bad as hell and I'm dating you and I like you, love you, but I don't want to be bothered with your badass kids,
then why date them? I mean,
because I'm not dating the kids, I'm dating the person.
and that doesn't influence how you feel about them.
No, because I don't like people's kids.
You don't like kids. So they're just like irrelevant.
I'm just saying I've dated people who I didn't like their children.
Mm-hmm.
But they ain't had nothing to do with what I was doing. I was dating. I wasn't planning the life. I was dating them.
Okay.
I think it's different on what you're dating for. If you're dating to date versus dating to be married, if you're dating to be married, then that's a different ball game, and that's still going to take time to evolve a relationship with a child and another person outside of their other parent.
Okay, well, see, okay, with that, I think that it gets deeper. So I guess it depends on your standards for dating. Like, I don't particularly care. I mean, I'm married now. You're married now, but I don't particularly care to spend a whole lot of time with somebody who's not potentially going to end up a husband. So, like, we might go out once or twice, but if you're not on that level, I'm not probably not even going to meet your kids. You know
Okay,
what I mean?
that was in my 30s and my 40s. In my 20s,
Hold
I
on.
wasn't
Can you
dating.
hear me,
I wasn't
Aisha?
dating. Yeah, we can hear you.
You muted yourself, Dawn. I
Okay.
can't
I
unmute
was
you.
wondering if you could hear me.
I
Yeah.
can't.
Um, I heard this part. I'm dating. When I date a man now, I am married, so it's a situation.
Right. Wait, you married and you're dating. You
Oh
have
no! Wait,
your husband.
It's an
say
entanglement.
what?
Entanglement. You're in an entanglement.
I'm in separate singleton. I'm single separated. Separate singleton.
Who is
Oh
that
my God! This
around?
is
What is
this
going on?
this is too candid, Aisha. With the flat. So yes, but sometimes you don't know that's your entanglement, and people when you build your conglomerate might be a person around of interest. I don't know. People meet your kids. You're not gonna meet my kids like, hey, here's your new dad. But it's like, yo, here's Mrs. My man's and them. Y'all my man's and them. Like we have to see who blends and how. It's not immediately like it's your new daddy. And
Well, right.
I
Exactly.
guess my point is date to get married. Don't date to get married. Date to have fun.
Date to have fun.
And if
Yeah.
they have kids in the midst of it, make sure you love kids.
See, I just am so I like my personal time. So I dating isn't necessarily a fun thing
But
in the
you
sense
got
that
to remember you got married young as well. So when you've been married as long as you have,
Man,
I
I
didn't get
can't hear
married.
Elon.
I didn't get married until I turned 35.
Oh my
So
God, I can't hear you, Elon. She is giving it to you, giving the business over there. You like a
I am, and you
75's
can't hear
basement
me.
party. Ooh, okay, let's do sign language. Okay, pretend you Lori Lightfoot's. You wouldn't want no man that talk a lot. You wanted some money. That nigga better give it up. Got it.
So my point was
Power to the
that
people.
you got
Black
married.
Lives
You got
Matter.
married at such a younger age. I didn't get married to 35, so I dated a lot in my adult life.
okay.
And dating,
I can only hear Aisha.
Okay.
dating,
She's saying that she got married for the first time. She's still married the first time, the one time. But she got married at 35 is what she's saying. And I
Me too.
got married at 26 the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Mm-hmm.
she's saying she dated for way more years than I ever dated. And so she dated in her 20s and she dated in her she dated in her teens, her 20s, her 30s. And so that looks different if you know dating a lot better than me, who, I was 26 when I got married. How old was I when I got divorced? 40.
I was 26 when my Nigerian landlords asked me to marry somebody for a green card. And I said, no, my first marriage is going to be my first marriage. This will not be my first marriage.
That
and
really,
so in my
Seriously.
25, they asked me that, and it was a real
Hell
thought
yeah.
process.
Brooklyn, New York. Yes.
Hmm, hmm.
Yes.
How
It was on
much?
Franklin Avenue and shit. I was just like, not so much. Wait, how much y'all got? I was like, nah,
That ain't enough.
no.
And so, and that's why I say it depends. And also,
Elon, what is Elon saying?
it depends on the family style too. To give you a great example, I love Dante when we
I'm
decided.
sorry. Excuse me, Aisha.
yes,
Pardon me, Elon. Cause you can hear me, Elon. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
yes.
All right. It's me. I have a one side. When I tell you I'm in a bunker in Yellow Springs, Ohio. Shout out to Dave Chappelle and Donnell Rawlings for having
Oh,
me here, and big shout outs to Aisha for having me on your premiere.
yes.
Okay.
Season 2.
I'm gonna tap out because I feel like I'm adding and subtracting.
Got it.
When will I tap in next? I'll be back in Chicago tomorrow. When is our next one?
Girl, I don't know right now. Uh,
2 weeks.
it's like 3 weeks, I think. It's 3 weeks from now. Because next week I have the married game, and the week after that I have teachers talking to parents. So
Oh,
it's
but Candid Conversations is next week.
oh yeah, candid
Nice.
just not girl talk, but yes, candid conversations.
I'm gonna chime in and candidly conversation with you. I love girl talk. I
Okay,
just don't want to interrupt. Mostly, Elon, you are pretty, sis.
Thank
Peace
you.
queen.
Thank you.
Peace queen to you, Aisha.
okay.
People keep trying to type. This is a tech guy. He didn't even get my internet fine.
Oh, okay. Hey, tech guy.
That's Stephen Matthews. You know him.
I know. Okay. All right, Don. Well, thank you. I appreciate you trying.
I'm sorry. Thank you.
That's okay.
Love is love. Oh, XOXOEYosis. Next time, right?
Next time. All right. Bye.
Right.
Oh, okay. That was
So
interesting.
the whole point is dating. Like when I was dating in my 20s and my 30s, it was different. And even when I met Dante, Taylor didn't like him right away. And he was like, your child is spoiled. And I'm like, and your kids are bad. So it takes time to figure all that out. And my thing is, if I would have said, we can't get married because my daughter don't like you,
Well,
or you
right.
don't like my daughter, or you think she's spoiled, or I think your kid's bad. Yeah.
So now, do you feel like, okay, so you knew Dante, and of course, Taylor. Did you, even though they didn't like each other at first, did you feel like there was potential for them to grow to like each other, or did you just not care if they liked each other at all?
I prayed about it because they're night and day.
Yeah.
Taylor's an introvert, quiet to herself, don't have a lot to say. Dante is over the top, extrovert, very opinionated. Taylor is not. So it took, and so that's where the relationship was built. And now I can't keep them off the phone with each other. She talked to him more than she talked to me. But if I would have said, yeah, nah, that ain't gonna work. So I think you have to go in knowing that if you're dating to be married, you're dating to be married to him or her. And yes, it comes with if that person has children. But if you make your decision on whether somebody like your kids or not, I just think it's a short-sighted conversation. That's just my opinion.
I got it. I hear you. Yeah. So what I started to say was that I feel like either I need to date a man who likes my children, or I can just enjoy being by myself. I mean, I have so many things to do. You know what I mean? Like, I really don't want to be bothered with trying to get somebody to like somebody. Like,
right. So for me, when I was dating, I refused to date somebody who did not have kids. As crazy as that sounds, because I had kids, so I needed somebody who understood.
Right.
But when I didn't have Taylor, I was like, I ain't never marrying nobody with no kids because I don't want to be bothered.
Okay.
And so, things change, they evolve.
Right. Okay. I get that. Okay, so now since Don is not here, you get to choose again a scenario, a question, or a meme.
Scenario.
All right, let's see what we got there. I tried to be all fancy and have them all printed out already. Okay, scenario. All right.
You have to blow that up.
Huh?
Okay, there we go.
You can see it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You need to cover your ears, baby. You have to cover your ears. She's looking at me like I'm overreacting. Okay. So it says, my husband expects, well, you could just read that, right?
Yeah, because
okay.
mine's sitting there.
Right. I feel like I can barely read any of it. Okay, but anyway, my husband expects blankety blank when I have a blankety blank or
blankety blank.
Blankety blank. He feels like I'm being vindictive and that I'm punishing him when I don't want to blankety blank, even though I've explained that these experiences make it completely unpleasant for me. However, I feel like he's being insensitive and selfish for wanting me to please him when I'm extremely uncomfortable or in pain. Who is right?
I don't think either one of them are right.
Okay. How so?
She's still sitting there because my thing is
sorry, step out. Step out. I'm listening.
Part of the marriage is, or any relationship is mutual. It's not just one way or the other. You're right, I'm wrong. I believe they are both right and they're both wrong in this situation. I'm trying to figure out a nice way to put this.
Okay.
Because I'm a jerk. So I would be the person that would be like, oh, that's what you expect? Well, let me tell you what I expect.
Okay, but that's not a jerk.
So I'm trying to feel a ladylike way to put this. Ain't nothing wrong with ketchup on the hot dog. So what? I'm on my period. And if we gonna get down, we gonna get down. And what do you know? So if she's not willing to have sex in that moment, and the only option is oral sex, or he feels like the only option is oral sex. It's other stuff to do besides oral sex. Y'all can have regular sex. You can do a hand job. I mean, it's a whole bunch of stuff in between oral sex and sex that can happen to still satisfy him or her, or
Right. So I agree with you in the sense that number one, they need to communicate. They need to talk about it. They both need to be sensitive to the other person's feelings.
Yeah. And I think part that she may be feeling vindictive is if this is, I don't want to say her excuse, because I've had, challenges physically. But if it's like, if this is all the time,
right,
then maybe that's why he's feeling vindictive, or she appears to receive him feeling vindictive because he's pissed off. He's like, every damn time, like ain't no time. And so part of it is that her default when she don't feel like it, and if you're really uncomfortable and you're explaining that, the fact that he doesn't understand or see it means you probably were the person crying wolf at some point, or he's really just not hearing you.
Got it. Okay.
So my case would be after he got a hangover, roll over, wake him up, bang him on his head, start having sex with him, see if he like it then.
Okay. That sounds brutal. Okay.
But he'll understand. See, you in pain. It was supposed to be good, but you might not like it. Why you got a hangover in your head throbbing? Then give him oral sex. So when all the blood rushed to his head and it started pounding even worse, you'd be like, but I gave it to you.
Okay, I probably would not have thought of that as a solution. But okay.
I give him more medicine.
Right. Okay. Give him a taste of medicine. Got it. That's funny. Okay, now I do understand what you're saying, like when she's on her cycle. But you do know when there's a yeast issue, it can't.
Yeah. So my thing is, there's other stuff to do. You can give him a hand job. If you don't want to do oral sex, you better be a good ass person of a hand job. But hey,
got it.
There's other things that can happen. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, I'm going to.
The whole thing is why you keep getting them. That's what she should be. Why you keep getting? If you've had that many, that's a reoccurring conversation. Maybe you should have some other stuff looked at.
There's something else that needs to be figured out.
Yeah, maybe like not enough sex. Maybe I don't know.
Needs to be made. Somebody.
Yeah.
Wait.
I mean, the thing is, we're women, so we understand. But if grapefruit, you're right, Patrice. But if every time you're like, oh, I got a yeast infection, I got a yeast infection, I got a yeast infection, I got a yeast infection. It's like, goddamn, how many of them you gonna have?
Yeah, that's a problem.
And so
it might not be
like a little kid, when you tell them over and over the same shit, they kind of be like, yeah, all right, she full of shit. Just let me get mine.
Gotcha.
Give him other ways to get his.
I hear you. All right. I'm going to take this scenario as well. All right. It says, you can see it, right?
Yep.
Okay. My kid's dad normally makes his child support payments on time with no issues. However, right now he is 2 payments behind and I really need the money. It is getting difficult and I am trying to find myself a full-time job. Would it be rude to send him a text asking him when I'll get my next child support payment? Okay, so my answer is, what was that?
I think downstairs.
Oh, okay. So my answer to this is, first of all, it wouldn't be rude to reach out and find out when the next child support payment is coming. Now, depending on your relationship, I don't know that I would text that. I'd probably call because I need what is going on. If he normally makes his child support payments on time, I would be surprised that two payments are behind and they haven't had a conversation about why it's behind. Right. But apparently she's intimidated or something to feel like it might be rude to ask for what she's supposed to get.
She may not be intimidated. It could also be, I attribute a lot of stuff to people's childhood. Okay. Maybe she was taught you don't ask.
Oh, don't ask for more.
Yeah, because I know a lot of people who don't just generally ask for stuff, even when it's owed to them. Oh, I'll just wait. I'll be like, oh, okay, well, I don't know how that works. Okay. I'm gonna need my coins.
Got it. Well, okay. Well, I would say no. It's not rude to text and ask him for it, especially if you're struggling. I mean, you shouldn't be struggling when you actually have a way to take care of something.
Right. And I also think it depends on the relationship and the ability as adults to communicate. And the reason I say that is, much as I love Taylor's father, we always argue in the latter years about everything.
Okay.
So me texting him wasn't to avoid confrontation, because I'm a bull in a china shop. But it's like, I don't even have the energy. I don't feel like it. Hey, when is it gonna happen? You ignore the text, on you. You respond, on you. But you can't say I didn't ask.
Got it.
I did a lot of that in the last years. Hey, are you taking care of this? And that was the end of the conversation. It was either yes or no.
So via text.
Yeah, to avoid the argument.
Got it. That makes sense. And so you knew that if you didn't text, it could potentially be an argument. So now with that, what were the responses? Were they quick and short and to the point, or was it?
It depends. Sometimes, yep, got it, no problem. Other times, no response. Other times, well, can we work out something? So, it depends. But my thing was, my peace is more important than the argument. So this one I'm saying, it may not that she may not be intimidated. It's like she may not want to be bothered with the drama that's going to come with a conversation.
Got it. And I understand that. So then maybe she should text.
Yeah, I mean, I personally would call. Taylor was what? She was a teenager. So,
yeah,
I called for many years, and we've had good conversations. But when it was bad, and we didn't talk, so we got text messages.
Right, and you can't make somebody be a good communicator.
You can't. And so instead of me getting a headache trying to make you communicate, this is what I need. Please respond.
Got it. Okay. Cool. All right. So you get to choose. It's so weird just having two people. It goes by so fast. All right. Do you want a scenario, a question, or a meme?
Question, since I did the other two already.
Question. Right? I'm going to have to get my, oh, there it is. Okay. Can you see it? I never know. Okay. All right. So.
You already asked this question.
Okay. So we have to go to the next one. All right. So it says, as women, what should we do when we're trying to build a healthy, loving relationship with men who have been taught not to open up and share emotions? How do we connect and build a bond?
Ooh, this is deep. I think you got to walk before you got to crawl before you can walk. So you have to get them to trust you with small things that are so irrelevant to us, that are like momentous to them, and be trusted with that information or that situation. And I hate to always go back to my relationship, but this was the beginning of my relationship with Dante. He didn't trust people. He was taught not to share. And when he lost a friend, I told him it's okay to be angry. It's okay to cry. It's okay to throw something. You can be mad at God. I can give you a whole list of things you can't do. It's okay. This is your safe place. And I think it takes emotionally for them to understand that you're on their team and not an adversary. And that's going to take time. It's going to take through actions, not just you verbalizing, oh, I'm your adversary. But you showing that you're an adversary.
Right. I would agree.
Dante was, when he's flustered or frustrated, he expects, or shouldn't say expect, but I'm the defense, and I have to be comfortable being the defense, even that's against our children, our relatives, our whatever, saying 9 times fall back, especially with our kids, because our kids are all grown now. Okay. And they call daddy, we're not doing that right now. Nope. Well, he not answering. I know he ain't talking to you. But you never have that conversation and I got it. You ain't always got to be in buffer. Yeah, you ain't always got to be big bad Dante. It's okay to be humble, quiet Dante. Don't happen often, but
I would say now I don't know about all races, but a lot of Black men have difficulty expressing their emotions or opening up because
boys don't cry.
Right. They were taught not to express be emotional, or they were equated with not being manly if they did that.
Yeah.
So I think that you have to go into a situation, if you've decided that it's going to be serious, that you understand or accept the fact that you have to be patient. You're
Yeah.
going to have to be patient.
You're gonna need a lot of patience. A lot.
Wow. I'm sorry. Somebody said they've been on YouTube writing writing comments for no responses. I'm sorry. I apologize. Okay, so they said they think it depends on the individual as well.
Mm-hmm.
And that's possible.
Yeah,
And
I think it takes time, and you have to understand. I think part of it is understanding where they're coming from emotionally, and you're not gonna get that out of a one question. So, how do you feel emotionally? And you think a man, especially a black man, is gonna open up and say, "Well, let me tell you how I feel." It's like, charges back to Shrek. There's layers, and you got to get through all of those layers to understand where that person is coming from, especially a black man, to understand what the look means, what the hesitation means. Okay, he's not having a good day. Okay, I'll give you a great example. Went to a couples dinner yesterday. We took a picture and with our couples, and I told my husband, I only have 2 pictures with you smiling. And he said, I was taught men don't smile in pictures. If you look back at 1800, black men didn't smile. I'm like, well, it's 2020. So we still stuck in 1800. And I said, and you have to sometimes put stuff in a different perspective. I said, are you not happy to take a picture with your wife? Your fine ass wife, you don't want to take a picture with me? He's like, why don't you say it like that? Well, damn it, we already took the picture.
exactly. Now that you say it like that. But I mean, it also, I think for the woman who's trying to do that, I think getting to know the people in his world helps as well. So his friends, his family, that's pretty much it. I don't know that coworkers really add to that at all. But
You've worked there for 20 plus years.
Say it again.
Unless you've worked at your job for 20 plus years.
Right. Unless you've been there a long time. And those people are probably your friends anyway. Yeah. So I think that helps, because a lot of times you can be in a group, or, your guy can step out and somebody might make a crack and everybody laughs. So, okay, that's common. You know what I mean? They know that about him, or he just does that or whatever. So I think that helps as well. And I think that we have to pay attention. So a lot of communication is nonverbal, and you have to be pick up on those things. I know that my husband, he tells me all the time, because I'll ask, I ask a lot of questions. I'm always like, well, why did you respond like that? Or why did you say that? And he's like, well, I'm not used to, being this transparent or whatever. And I'm like, okay, but like you said, this is your safe space. So you can do that here. I'm not going here. And I realize, it's going to take us time. We've only been married 2.5 years, and we got a long way to go. So
yeah, one of my friends actually posted on Facebook today, communication is key in a relationship. But when you learn the skill of understanding, it's a different ball game. You can communicate, but if you're not empathetic and understanding to the other person, and then also understanding, people say treat people like you want to be treated. That's the worst thing they could have taught us as kids. Treat people how they want to be treated. Because what I'm okay discussing may not be what my husband is okay discussing. I don't have no problem saying I'm irritated, these kids getting on my damn nerves. And he'd be like, why are you telling people that? Or he may say something. I'm like, why did you share that information? And so you got to treat people how they want to be treated. And sometimes you have to understand and listen how they want to be treated.
Okay.
That's why I say some things are no big deal to me. And I just say them, especially because we have a large family. I am comfortable sharing almost anything and saying anything. And my husband's like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. Oh, okay.
Well, I think actually both are true. So you saying that kind of opens up a new perspective, but I am always saying, like, treat people the way you want to be treated. And the reason that I say that most of the time has to do with being rude or being condescending or being selfish or anything like that. And then when somebody turns around and does that to you and you have a big blow up, well, it's like, well, that's how you treat people.
Well, the thing I said, treating people how they want to be treated leads to a lot of assumptions, or how you want to be treated leads to a lot of assumptions. If I say treat me how, what they taught us growing up, it leads to people making assumptions. Well, this is the way X wants to be treated. No, that's the way you want to be treated. That ain't the way they want to be treated.
That's true.
And so you got to figure that out.
Right. I will say this, that part is true. And I agree with that. The reason is because I remember when I first, Maya, you have to step out again, baby.
Mhm.
I remember, with the conclusion of my first marriage. So I remember when it was over, people telling me different things. And one of the things somebody said was, well, they had seen, my ex-husband out, but they didn't want to say anything because in the past, like let's say they caught their friend's husband cheating or something like that, and they told their friend, and their friend blew up, and now they're no longer friends. So they decided they wouldn't tell me anything. But see, I'm not like that. I want to know the truth. I want to know what's going on so that I'm not sitting there. I feel like I'm looking like a fool if everybody knows that my husband is sleeping around and I don't know. Tell me, you know what I mean? I'm not okay with that behavior. And
but it's also what's projected out, because every woman says, tell me. I ain't never met a woman that didn't say, don't tell me. They all say, tell me. And I've been on both sides of that. Where I've told somebody and they still together and their husband still looking at me crazy. And it's like, hey,
I mean, y'all on them. And if you can't take my honesty, then maybe
everyone can deal with honesty. That's why I say treat people how they want to be treated. So you have to understand them. I have some friends, let me tell you, anybody who's watching this that knows me knows I'm direct to the point. I don't really care. But I have friends that I know will cry and crumble under any criticism, anything. So it'd be like, don't ask me, because you can't handle my, don't let's not even talk. Nope. So I'm treating you how you want to be treated, not how I want to be treated, because I want the truth. I'm like you. Tell me what it is so I can know how to maneuver and navigate. Everybody can't handle that. They say they want it. They say they need it. They don't know how to function in that or live in that.
That's true. But okay, so then there comes a time I feel like, and maybe this comes with age, but you put your friends in different categories. And I say that because there are some friends where you can be candid and you can be transparent and you can be upfront and you don't have to sugarcoat anything. And then there are some where you do have to walk on eggshells. And
those aren't my friends then.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying those.
I don't have different categories of friends. I have friends and I got people I know.
Okay. Friends and associates.
People I know. They're not even people I know. You cool, but if I can't be authentic with you, if I can't be
well, I'm not even saying don't be authentic, but you're saying that somebody will cry and crumble. So I'm saying
they're not my friend. But I mean, I have people that I know that if I say something crazy to them, like, oh, all right, gone. That's why I'm over here in my corner. And
right. I hear you. Okay.
Tell me. I tell you, boo.
Right. Tell me. I mean, that's just me. I just want to know because I want to be able to make a conscious decision. I feel like I should be able to decide how I want to respond to that. And
I don't disagree on that. My thing is, all I'm saying with that is, this is so off this damn question that we talked about, but
I know, right?
Everybody is not built for that as much as they say they are. And sometimes you end and break relationships and friendships by telling the truth because that's not their truth. Like if I come to you and say, I seen somebody, this is just me, for anybody that's watching, I'm not coming to just tell you. I'm gonna have receipts, pictures, photos. This is where we at. This is what time we was there. This is what the girl had on. This is what she looked like. I wouldn't introduce myself because I'm that person. Hey, how you doing? This your secretary? What's your name, girl? Then I'm gonna be like, Leroy is at the Green Dolphin with Keisha. She got on yellow. She say he is secretary, but she ain't dressed like. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I saw your husband went out the other day with somebody. You should probably do something about that. If I'm coming, I'm coming, and y'all gonna be like, God dang on it, Nikki.
Yeah, well, high five to that, because I'd rather know. I
have a friend right now. When I say, and this is what I mean by people can't handle it. I have a friend right now whose spouse, she has been unfaithful, and he is in serious denial.
What? How so? Like how?
I mean, multiple times, Oh, I don't know what to do. What the fuck you mean? Leave, bye, deuces, and so it's like, and that's what I mean, that you don't understand what I don't know, because I don't understand. I can't even begin to understand. You only got one time to tell me, maybe 1.5 if I think it's some BS. Right. But I ain't gonna be able to, no. But so it's interesting because I've seen it on both sides where even though this has happened multiple times, they still there, and then they still come around and wonder why people looking at them crazy because y'all was both just okay, all right. I don't know how this works.
Everybody knows, and now we know that you know, and we're trying to figure out why, just why.
Well, in this situation, I wasn't the only person who knew. The whole circle of people knew. And fuck her, and I'm done. And next week, could you pass the cornbread? What the hell? Okay.
I don't think, honestly, I think that would be irritating to me, and I don't think that person I couldn't be in that person's company, because then I'm wondering, like, what else are you not making wise decisions about, and why am I sharing my space? You know, with
my favorite phrase is, "We don't breathe the same air."
We don't breathe the same air.
Mm-mm.
Okay. All right. Cool. I know. Did we get off topic? I wish I had the person here so I could ask if we answered their question. But anyway, ultimately we said take your time, get to know the person, be patient, especially if it's a Black man that you're talking about.
Right. I mean, it's most men, but definitely Black men who are taught not to.
The only reason that I can't speak for other races is because I never dated other races extensively. I
haven't dated them, but I have enough relationships. And so outside of Black men, I would say it's also, and this is like HR psychology stuff, executives, regardless of race, and blue collar workers, regardless of race. Blue collar workers are meant to be tough. You know, they build, fix, they have to be tough all the time. And executives are supposed to have the answers to everything. So when they don't, they can't, because it shows weakness. So not only just for a Black man, but for a person who runs a Fortune 500 company, you're supposed to have all the answers, professionally and personally. What do you mean you don't know? What do you mean you're crying? What do you mean you're upset?
Got it. I understand. I used to go through that, and then I stopped caring about the facade. Okay, so my turn.
Yeah. I think that was your question. Oh, that was my question. Okay.
That was your question. I'm gonna see what meme I have next. Okay, let's see. And I hope it's look, Maya didn't come back. Oh, there she goes. That's the first meme. Let's see. Oh, why did I pick meme? Okay. So it says a female in a relationship is out having girls' night with her friends and starts dancing like this on a guy at a party. Is it A, her just having fun, B, cheating, C, inappropriate, or D, harmless? So I'm going to eliminate D, harmless, but with conditions. So I think it depends on the relationship that she's in. So to just say that she's in a relationship, I don't really know what that means. I don't know what type of personality she is. I don't know what type of guy she's dating or she's in a relationship with. I don't know what type of understanding they have. But let's just say this is my relationship. I know I'd be in trouble. I would say that it's inappropriate. I would not feel comfortable going out and dancing on a man that I don't know or a man who's not my husband like this. That's just me. But I know there are relationships where that's cool. So, but for me, I would say inappropriate. Now, I haven't done anything that I would think would be considered cheating, not going home with anybody. But for me, that would be inappropriate.
I think married, it's inappropriate. Not married, she's having fun.
Okay. And so just blanketly like that. So all scales of not married. So even if she's engaged or in an exclusive relationship, doesn't matter.
Nope, she ain't married.
See, I just don't subscribe to that.
I mean, I wouldn't do that, but I don't think it's inappropriate if you're not a married woman. You out having fun, and this the thing with social media. Who the hell took the picture? That's who they should be mad at. You taking pictures of me and posting it some damn way. That's why I don't like pictures, Aisha.
I'm trying to think. Have I taken a picture of you? I have never taken a picture of you and posted it.
I like pictures in general.
Oh, okay.
There's always some interpretation. Somebody zooming in, looking at the background. Well, I had a friend about every picture she'd be looking at people's baseboards. See, you're doing too much.
Okay, so Dolly says inappropriate. Stephanie says inappropriate. Janelle says inappropriate, and I hope I'm saying your name right.
You are.
But Stephanie says if you're not married, you're single.
That's my point to saying she's just having fun. If you ain't married, you are single. Sorry.
I agree with that, except for engagement. If you're engaged and that you have explicitly stated that you are exclusive with that person and you are ready for marriage, that's not ready for marriage. So I agree with that, but engagement to me is in a whole different category. I feel like don't get engaged unless you're ready to be married. And I know
that mean she ain't ready. That means she having fun, girl. It said girls' night out. She having fun, huh? Her girls want to go turn up. They want to go show their wops off.
Girl. Okay.
Wop. That's what she don't cook and clean. That's how she did, that ring. Hey.
You got me.
I'm just saying, and the reason I say this, growing up in a house full of uncles and having a lot of male cousins and now being around a lot of men, because my husband has like 1,000 friends that are always over. Women are quick to put ourselves in a box. I'm dating, I can't do that. I'm engaged, I can't do that.
And they don't.
At all. And so why I'm not, and I ain't married, I'm doing what I want to do. And if I'm married, then I won't do that.
And that's cool if both people understand that. And that's all that I'm
talking about men, right? We just talked about their communication and their emotional intelligence in the last question. Some stuff is like, really? I doubt that they're going to get it. But my thing is that does not make it inappropriate.
Okay.
And so let's put this in a different perspective. Somebody I dated before I got married, loved to step all the time. We always danced when we went out.
Okay.
I would be tired of being spun around. I'd be like, some girls be like, would you want to dance? Yeah, he want to dance. Take him with you and go dance. And people be like, you let him dance with somebody else? Yes, I'm tired. I don't want to spin. I'm cool. I need a cocktail and I'm gonna sit at this bar and watch him be spun around by this other chick, and I'm okay with that. But still, in somebody else's world, that was inappropriate.
Right. I feel that. But so for me, again, it has to do with the relationship that you're in. And I know you said they're not gonna get it. Their communication skills are off, but I mean, because like I said, some relationships that's
I gotta plug my laptop in. Keep going. I can hear you.
Okay. In some relationships, that's cool. And if that's the relationship you're in, then that's cool. But if it's not, you gotta respect your relationship or not be in that relationship. But I don't have a problem with anybody having fun, but yeah, it depends on what your understanding is of the relationship that you're in, and what you feel like talking about when you get home. Especially if
my thing is, how you gonna see that
this picture before you get home. Is he gonna be cool or is he not gonna be cool? And why not? Or why?
How is he gonna get the picture? Who's sending him the picture? That's who you should be having an issue with.
I'm so laughing at you walking around in the background. But yes, you're right. Who took the picture? Who sent the picture? But let's say somebody that knows her man took the picture and sent it. Now you are the one talking about you have receipts. When you gonna tell your girl on, her man, tell your girl about her man. You're gonna have receipts. You're gonna have pictures right here, right? So maybe this person was thinking the same thing. I got receipts. The girl is out getting wild. Which I don't know if that's wild, that's good, but still, my point, it depends on the agreement that you have. It depends on the relationship that you're in. I get Janelle. All right, so that was me, right? I picked a meme. I thought meme was gonna be
easy.
Right? All right, so what you want to do?
Give me a question.
All right.
My neighbors are having a whole juke fest in the backyard.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
I guess.
It's the end of the summer. Okay, so your question is, if a woman gets pregnant, but the man doesn't want her to have the baby, should she be able to take the man to court for child support?
I keep picking this shit.
Oh, you couldn't see it? I thought you could see it.
No, I'm talking why I keep picking the difficult stuff. So if a woman gets pregnant and the man doesn't want to have a baby, this half the hood. Shit. Half the hood. I'm just so I got two answers.
Okay.
If you opt to have a baby, that's a decision you made, even though the other person. It's like, and it's take a baby out the equation. If you decide to participate in a project that somebody else don't want to participate in, you can't make them accountable for it. But on the other hand, both of you grown mother freakers knew y'all could possibly get pregnant and have a baby by having unprotected sex. So my thing is, it would all depend again on the relationship. Oops, it's a baby. You said you don't want to have one. Can I hold you accountable legally? I can, but would I? Probably not, because I probably wouldn't even want to be bothered with you after that. But you know. I just don't know, because I know a lot of people who say, well, I told her I didn't want to have a baby and she had it anyway. That's not my fault. Well, it is your fault because you ain't put no damn rubber on.
Right. And that,
or she used no birth control. I mean, so, grown people know how babies are made.
And not grown people.
Right. Yeah. I mean, so it also depends on, I don't want to say the mental state of the woman, but how she was raised. In my situation, if I was in that situation, I'd be like, I do, I holler. I don't really need you. I'm good. But you have other people who know this is your baby and you're going to take care of the baby and it's just a responsibility, even though they didn't ask for the responsibility or agree to the responsibility.
Well, I think people have different motivations. Let's start there. So,
agreed. That wasn't the question. You got some people want to take you to court just to make your life difficult. I know. Been there, done that.
Well, I mean, because I'm the type of person, like I've seen a million paternity court cases. I've seen a million. What's the other one with the married judges?
I'm talking about the TV courts.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's a situation. I mean, they count because somebody thought of it, meaning they saw something, they heard something,
and they got paid to be on TV and air their damn dirty laundry.
Okay, well, let's just go with the fact that, it says if a woman gets pregnant, but the man doesn't want her to have the baby. So before the baby's even here, he doesn't want you to have the baby. So my question is, you make the decision at that time, right?
Right.
Do you want to have the baby? Do you look for a way to support your child without the baby? But prior to that, you're right. Two people engaging in sexual activity, that the possibility of having a baby is there. So if you decided to lay with somebody and the girl got pregnant and she decided to have the baby, that's a decision that you made. So you need to be ready to accept the fact that you may be taken to court because that's your seed. And according to most state law, he's accountable.
That's why I said there's a difference in a legal answer and a moral answer. I personally, if I made the decision to have a baby when you told me you wasn't ready, I would not take you to child support. Could I? Yes, I could. And I could rake your ass dry in the state of Illinois because me doing payroll and HR, the state of Illinois has the worst child support laws ever, ever, ever. But would I do that? I probably wouldn't if you've made it clear to me you didn't want to have a baby. But on the other hand, and it's going to be real graphic, you said you don't want to have a baby, you got $600 for an abortion, what we doing?
I hear you.
We can kill this, with $600 and a doctor's appointment.
So and that's probably a whole nother discussion, simply because the abortion, I don't think I would ever be able to have an abortion.
I'm very much pro-choice. If you need a ride, I'll take you.
Okay, that's clear. Okay, so guess what time it is, Yvonne?
Time to go.
Yeah, it's time to go.
I almost made it the whole show without me moving.
I know, right? I'm surprised. It went by really quickly. So I want to thank you. Now, did you have anything that you wanted to share? Did you have any business you wanted to promote or anything like that?
Outside of my HR hat that I wear, I also own Intimate Catering and Events, and I do meal prep for customers who pick up every Sunday and Monday. My page is Intimate Catering and Events. Feel free to check me out. Hit me up.
Intimate Catering and Events.
I'm on IG and Facebook.
Okay, cool. I'll put it in the comments after we close. All right. Okay. Well, I want to say thank you. Thank
You're
you for
welcome.
joining
Thank
us.
you for having me.
Yes, I had a lot of fun. All right.
All
Well,
right.
thank you. This is Aisha signing off, reminding you to know and embrace true love because you're worth it. Have a wonderful evening.
Good night.
Good night.